Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you how I contour with powder. I usually do this during the summer and kind of really often because I get really super oily. So I try not to use too much liquid and cream powders, but I do use cream or liquid to contour sometimes, so I can show you that another time. So let me show you. So right now I have my brows and my eye makeup done, so I'm going to start with foundation. And right before this I put lotion on my face, and I also put the Smashbox primer on. Alright, so for today I'm going to be using L'Oreal Pro Infallible Foundation in the shade 105, and I love it. So I'm going to start by just dotting on my face. And I like to start in one section because it kind of sets pretty quickly. So that's what I like to do. And I forgot to mention, I am buffing this in today with the Luxie Flat Top Kabuki. It's a very dense brush. I love it for foundation. I've been using it a lot. I used to use the Beauty Blender like every day, and I still use it a lot, but it just depends on what foundation and what look I'm going for. So this foundation's awesome too because it dries matte, but it's not too matte, where you're looking too flat. You don't want it to be, you know, too matte. But you know, if you have a foundation that does make you matte, you can always add in a little bit of an illuminizer to kind of fix that problem. I love this foundation, and obviously I'm sure you guys know this is a drugstore foundation, so it's very affordable, and it stays on. I mean, I really don't see ever any caking or anything with this foundation, and you don't need a lot to get full coverage. So for me, that's a win-win. Don't get me wrong, I do have more higher-end expensive foundations, but I mean, if you're gonna find a foundation that has this kind of coverage, it's like, what? Just gonna bring that down on my neck a little bit, just to kind of blend it out. Okay. So now that I've gotten rid of my crazy redness that I have, let's do the contouring. Let's see. Alright, so first I'm going to set my foundation. Sorry. I had my powder under the camera, and so I got a little rocky there. Okay. So I'm going to go in with the Bye Bye Pressed Pores powder from It Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna tap that onto my face. You don't necessarily need powder to set to set this foundation with powder because it dries to matte finish. But if you are an oily mofo like me, you should probably do it. Okay. Set. Alright, so let's do my contour. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the Shade and Light palette because, if you couldn't already tell, I'm obsessed and I use it every single day. And I'm going to go in my contour right underneath my cheekbone with the color Sombre. That's the darkest color. And then I'm going to kind of blend it out with the mid color, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Alright, so if I could find my brush. Alright, So I'm going to be using the xoxo 534 top angle. You probably can't see the name on there. So it's the angled top buffer. I love this brush. It fits perfectly in my cheekbone and it buffs in the contour really, really well. So I'm just going to go in with that dark shade that I told you about. Suck in, make your little fishy face. Go right in, right under the cheekbone. And all you need to do is just you buff it up. And buff it, so you're going to be buffing up to your temple and then also up. Never go below. That's not what you're contouring. You want to contour right in here so it gives the illusion of a more structured, thinner face. Which sounds lovely, doesn't it? And go in and add little by little if you need more. You want to start with less so you're not looking crazy. Okay. Let's do the other side. Oh great, I'm getting a pimple right there and you can see that. It's fucking gross. I hate pimples. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. You would think that being in my 20s, I wouldn't be getting pimples anymore, but I fucking do, and I hate it. I mean, I don't get them all the time, but I just hate. It's like I get one pimple, right, and then it just gets bigger and bigger, and it's like disgusting. I hate it. But it could be worse, right? Could be worse. All right, so we're gonna go. I like to go along my jawline and right below my chin. And then we're going to take this color up here, right by your hairline. And, I mean, that's why I love this brush, because you can use it to contour and also buff out, so you don't have to be using two different brushes. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure you get your temples, and I'm not looking tan in this video, I'm sorry, the lighting is crazy. Still looking pale, I promise you I'm tanner than before when I started. You're going to stay up to your hairline and go on your temples because you want to create the illusion of a smaller forehead, especially for me because I have a big one. So when you're doing that, you're kind of shading what you want to hide, and it will create the illusion of a smaller forehead. And I'm just buffing it in. Look good. Alright, now I'm going to take a fluffier brush, back with that dark color again, and I'm going to go down the neck because, like I've said before, you do not want to be looking one color on your face, and you can even go down to your chest. You don't want to be looking one color on your face and then look like a white pasty ass mofo. No, you don't. Alright. Ugh, so pale down here. But I'm trying to avoid the beach because I don't want skin cancer. Alright. Once that is done, I'm going to go in with that warmer color I talked to you about because I want to also warm up. I don't want to just contour, I want to warm up the rest of my face and kind of blend it together. So I'm going to take that same brush and just wipe it off my hand. You could use a different brush. I don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to go above my contour and kind of like make myself look more tan. And remember, don't ever go below where you put that contour. Again, going above. I hate you, pimple. And you're gonna go where your contour was, but a little bit below, and just like make it look even more tan. You'll be a bronzed goddess. Okay. if you want at this point, you can contour your nose. Just get a smaller brush that gets right on the lines and right at the tip. I'm not going to do that because it's a weekday. I don't feel like doing that right now. I'll show you another time. Alright, so now the last step is going to be the highlight. Okay, literally, not the highlight video, just literally highlight. And it is the Gerard Cosmetics highlight. Look how cute this is. It opens up, so like, you know, like when you get these kind of palettes and you close it and the fucking powder gets everywhere and it smudges your mirror and your mirror looks nasty and you can't use it? Not with this one. And this is in the color Marilyn. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use my Makeup Geek Cheek Highlighter Brush. I love Makeup Geek stuff. Alright, so I'm going in, and you just want to stay right along the top of your cheekbone. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but I promise I'm putting it on. So you're going to stay right above your cheekbone, and you're just going to blend that out. Making sure, do not put it right under your eyes. It is not where you want it. I'm sure you can see that. I love it. Such a good highlight. I have a bunch of highlights that I love. This is definitely one of my favorites. It's just a really pretty, like, it looks a little gold. I think you can see it now. So yeah, just blend that out. And if you want more of a pigmented highlight, take a brush, pack it on, and then buff it out, or you could just pat it in. It all depends on what you want to do. And don't worry about if it looks crazy, because we're going to blend that shiz out. And I mean, you could always add more highlight. You can never have too much highlight. Yes, you can, but you know what I mean. Alright. Now I'm going to do blush. Blush, 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 blush. And I'm going to take, my Luxie 504 large angled brush. Perfect blush brush. I love it. I'm using a lot of Luxie brushes because I got the Kabuki set, and I love all of them. So my blush today is going to be Hikari Tango. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and I love it. It's very pink, so you don't need a lot. So you're going to go right below that highlight that you just put on, and you're going to just kind of buff everything in together. You can put the highlight on last. I don't like doing that. I feel like doing this last step kind of blends everything better. So yeah, just buffing it in. Alright, so that is it. That's how that is how I contour with powder. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe to my channel and leave any comments below. See you next time. Bye.